Hey everyone, it's Dawn here, and I want to do a close-up look at the Grizzla full system for the EX30. I have mine on, and I got it in all black like I wanted. They didn't give me the black handles, but I'm actually kind of really digging the blue handle there. I think it actually makes for a really nice accent. I am usually all black, but I do have to say that it seems to be really nice to have that accent right there. All right, so this is the slim seat. They also sent me the slim seat. It is not as comfortable as the bigger seat, which I'm not sure where my big seat is. Where is it? Oh my gosh, I'm not prepared. But in my other videos, you see the bigger seat, and the other seat is really cush. And when you push on here, it almost feels hollow. It's so cushioned soft. This one is not. This one is a lot firmer. And then it has this. So right now it's not so comfy, but remember how the EX30 at the very beginning, it was actually really sharp. This was really sharp and it always hurt me. And I actually never changed it at all, but somehow it softened up, and other people have said the same thing. It breaks in. So I'm hoping that this breaks in as well. It's not a big deal, and it seems to be fine. Oh, I need to actually get this screw in there. Let's see. Okay, what should we talk about? The installation. A lot of people have been talking about the installation because it takes a long time. It seems to take a lot of people around 4 hours. It took me an hour and a half. But you know me, I do take things apart and put things together again quite often. So Grizzla and I have talked about, you know, different things that they can do to make it easier for people, like do a close-up and show you the actual screw close-up before actually putting it in, having written instructions, and I don't know, just, you know, they have different ideas. So they definitely are listening to their customers, and they are they're thinking about it and improving. This is, I think everyone can agree that it is pretty amazing what they have designed here, how everything fits together. Like they snap in here all together. The ergonomic piece down here snaps in with this piece snaps in with this piece. You know, it all fits together so nicely, integrating itself into this really nice system. Okay, this is a kickstand part. Forgive my kickstand, you know, it's been torn up and bent several times. But so the kickstand, if you're interested in it, it's just this. It's not really a necessity. If you also, the master kickstand that you can free print, the STL file is on whatever, and you can get that and print it on your own for free. That one works really well. I think this one is more stable. Like, I don't know, it looks maybe a little funky. It doesn't go all the way across and stuff like that. I had my doubts about it, but I am really liking this kickstand. Every time I put it down, it's been perfectly stable and perfectly great. So I'm actually liking this kickstand that they offer. The mudguard system that they had, it's these little set screws that go and clip onto here, and then you turn the set screw. It slides onto the inner mudguard, onto this metal piece. Slides in, and then you turn the set screw, and it screws into the locking nut underneath, and it squeezes and it holds on. It's actually really secure, but when I go off of curbs, it dings really bad, and it actually, it's not just this, it's like boom, like that, and freaked me out. So I took mine off, and I still need to think about some kind of mudguard system. But if you're not jumping off curbs and stuff like that, you probably won't have any problems, and it'll work, should work great for you. Handle back here. I turned this around, and so now I have more space over here, which I'm happy with. It does kind of limit, where's my, there it is. It kind of limits, because you know how these rear shock, the pumps, a lot of times the stem of the pumps is like kind of long. So then you're trying to stick this and then you're trying to turn and stuff. So it kind of does interfere with access to your rear shock, but I can do it. I can do it now. I figured out how to do it. It's just a little bit of a tight space. So there is that with the rear bumper. The taillight now integrates into the rear bumper, and that means that if you want to take this off, you would also have to pop off the taillight, because now that taillight wire is hooked onto this. But it's not hard to pop off the taillight. So none of this is hard to, you know, put on and take off. So that's not a big deal. This also, let's see. I like this handle. I end up actually grabbing this handle a lot. The front handle, I'm not liking as much, because and I brought it up in the other video. It just feels like when I'm looking down at my wheel, I can see this and my brain goes, oh yeah, handle, and I grab it. But when I'm looking, I was like, no handle. But I do end up just grabbing the underside of the head right here. So I end up grabbing this all the time. And then when I think about it, I go, oh yeah, I have a better handle. Just reach down a little bit more and grab it down there. So it's just that it's so tucked away, it's hidden, it's out of sight, out of mind sort of thing. But I guess, you know, with anything, if you get used to it, you know that there's a handle down there, you can grab at it. But it does, I don't know, it's just kind of weird for me. But if I need a secure hold, it definitely gives you a secure hold to grab the wheel and lift it. I don't carry my wheel. Grizzla says that it's a good system if you want to carry the wheel. I can't carry this thing, so I'm not carrying it, but I am lifting it to do my free spin tests and stuff. So, and it is working fine for that. You've got the, oh my debris. You got the bottom bumpers. Bottom bumpers look like this, and they are not interfering with the stand. So it is perfectly fine. People are concerned about clearance issues with the bottom bumper. It tapers. So I don't know. I haven't had any issues. It does seem like it has hit, well, I mean, I think I did some, oh yeah, I did some really gnarly rides off-road, and yeah, that's where all of this came from. But I was hitting major rocks and stuff like that, and no problems. It was protecting and all that, so I don't have any complaints on this. To get this on, basically these are just access holes. So the stock battery screws loosen up all three here, so that your battery box can lift out a little bit. On the bumper itself, you'll see two tabs on either side of the battery box, and it slides up into there, and then it locks in. And when you screw the battery boxes back in, these three screws, you screw them back in, then it's going to squeeze those little TPU tabs and hold it in. So there isn't anything else really holding it in other than the squeezing of the tabs. Someone in our group, in our Telegram group, said that they hit something off-roading and they lost their bumper. So that's really sad. I will say that I did crash this. These are crash marks. I did two big crashes on my last real gnarly Skyline dirt trail, and I didn't even think about it, but I didn't lose my bumpers, and you can see it took several hits. But I can also feel that it is on secure. It is squeezed in real tight. So I feel really comfortable and really great about the bottom bumpers. The fairing system, I love. Look at how nicely everything fits together. Of course, I did a bad job with the Velcro right there, but everything like fits together so nicely. The quality is just excellent. Now, there is tape, double-sided tape on the underside of this, the whole length of it, that I need to actually put some Velcro on so that I can stick the Velcro, but I haven't done that yet on mine. So the front bumper, This actually gets screwed in. This piece has a long thing that goes in there. It screws into there, and then the handle goes into there. You take out the stock one, you slide this in over the stock original bar. I can't remember. I'm trying to remember stuff, but I can't remember. You know, I wonder if they even put like a little thing over here, because I always end up grabbing right here. If they put a little indent or something right there to make it even nicer to grab. I like having an actual handle right up top. A lot of people like that for, you know, seated riding and stuff like that. But I mean, you do have this, so there is that. But, you know, if you want something up top, then in my last video I showed people have taken straps and secured them through this bolt. Just get a longer one, like a 30, M5 30. These are M5 screws, so M5 25, 30, I don't know, something like that. And just have the strap in there. So that is an option. I just realized I didn't test my trolley handle, but yeah, my trolley handle has full clearance. I have noticed, and other people seem to agree, that this seat is too far back. So the most comfortable way actually is to have the seat come out to over here, but then that'll cover your trolley handle. So some people have designed Velcro on the back here and a foam piece that sits, and then it's just held on by Velcro just onto the back. I think it's just on the back onto here, but you can mold it around so that it'll help, you know, help look nice and all that. And then it seems like, yeah, that would be a better length of seat, and it's more comfortable. And that way, when I'm seated, when I'm seated on this one, it feels like it tips me forward. It's pitching me forward, even though you have this. Now, let's see. When I was using this without the seat, I actually like that a lot. Without any seat, just using the full system, but without their seat, then this actually cups my butt, and it's super comfy and super nice. I put this one on, and I just put this on. I just got this black in now, so I just put this on, and so it's still real firm and everything. I gotta wait for a break-in. I gotta wait for myself to get used to it, but and I like the way that looks, though. I like that extra little, you know. So I really like that, but I will tell you right now, the super comfiest way is without the seat, and then with this cupping cupping around your butt is like so nice. But right now, yeah, this is pitching me forward. I think because I'm sitting halfway over here, and so I'm falling into this hole, and plus this is higher than here, and I also tend to kind of hold on and grab or push the front end, so I end up being really tilted forward when I'm scootering. When I am seated riding, then it's very comfortable. And when I'm seated riding, the other seat, the big seat, is super comfy for seated riding. Even Yoshi, who's not the tallest person, he loves the bigger seat. So it's not necessarily like if you're short, then, you know, get the smaller seat. If you're tall, get the bigger seat. It's not necessarily that, because he loves the bigger seat. The bigger seat was just way too big for me. Like it was hitting me way high up on my leg where I don't want to be hit and stuff. This one is not. This one's not bothering me when I'm riding, and so I like that. This, you know, it's just at these sharp angles. I always get wary of that. But the other thing is, these sharp angles, I did get used to it. And this, I don't know, doesn't seem quite as sharp as this, right? So it should be fine. The looks is good. It's a different look than the Clark system. The Clark system has like a smaller little head. This has a really big head, but you can tell a lot of the damages when, especially with cutout crashes, when it smashes to the front, then this front end really takes like full brunt of first impact. And with this system, I mean, I think that's why they did it this way, is to give it maximum protection around your whole motherboard area and all that, because this is a first impact zone. crash zone, impact zone. So look at how much protection you have for your display, your buttons, your motherboard inside and stuff like that. So if you're looking for protection, this definitely gives you lots of protection. This makes an excellent kickstand. So now he is stable when you tip him forwards to sit, stay. And then the back, very stable on that as well. Let's see. So you have your ergonomic system of, wait, is this called the ergonomic system? I don't remember. Then you have this little flare piece that these two screws go into the flare piece. Then everything just like snaps into each other. It's really nice. Okay, so when you put this back bumper on, this is a short, now I'm just telling you this because I already know we had a local friend here that had confusion on this. So this one is a short M5 screw with washers on it, 2 washers on it. This is the M4 screw, the shorter M4 screw. I think it's probably this long. This one is probably this long. And this one is a really long M4 screw. So that one goes in there. And then this one is another M5 screw, but that is a longer one, and that goes to your handle over there. The tail light, what you're going to do is you're going to disconnect the tail light and the little keeper that's on there. You're going to remove the keeper. You're going to remove the tail light from the tail light housing, and then you're going to route the wire through the built-in wiring system in there, and then snap it into here, and it looks awesome. It's fully integrated. It looks, I mean, that just looks amazing. So there's that. For the top battery boxes, I think it's, I don't remember now. I think it's something where you have to remove the middle. I don't know. Okay, you're just kind of, I wouldn't have to, I don't remember all of the putting it together. But yeah, an hour and a half. A good tip, get a power drill. If you don't have a power drill, use a power drill because there's so much screwing and unscrewing going on. The power drill will just save you so much time. And make sure that it is on the drill. I don't have my drill out here. Make sure that the drill is on the screw setting, and make sure if it has it, and make sure that your clutch is, I like my clutch to be around 5 when I'm dealing with TPU stuff as well. And that way it doesn't squeeze it. And then, so it will only screw it to the 5, and then I will use my hand and hand tighten the rest of the way. But that will save you a lot of time. Other tip is when you are installing, go ahead and install the kickstand and the bottom bumpers. When you do that, you will be unscrewing all of the battery box screws, and you'll be removing the middle top screws and taking those off. Leave everything unscrewed. You can loosely screw them back on if you feel like they need to be, just help you hold things together, but do not completely screw things back together until you have everything put in, because this all is going to snap into each other. And once you have that all together, then go ahead and screw everything in. Otherwise, you're going to be screwing in, unscrewing, screwing in, unscrewing, and stuff like that, just like constantly, and it's annoying. So first, the order of installation. I would do the kickstand one. That is standalone. It doesn't touch with anything else. The mud guard is standalone, doesn't really touch anything else. And you can do that while you're doing the whole back bumper system and the tail light and all that. Easy enough. This is standalone. Oh yes, I am missing this back left one. I was sent 2 of these by mistake, and not a big deal. But yeah, you're lucky. It's missing. So anyways, do this. And this is going to pop in, and you would want to make sure that you actually snap it into the right holes, because it's going to fit into, I don't know if you can see, probably not. I don't know. It feels like it's going to snap into something on the back and the front, and then it's going to be over there, and then you can tighten these ones down. just tighten them down lightly, and then just remember don't forget to go back and tighten everything up again once it is all put together. So kickstand, bottom bumpers, then I would put these two pieces together because these two pieces actually screw into each other to help hold together. Oh no, you can do this fairing piece. You can put your fairing piece on. I do have mine Velcroed again. I just like doing that. Oops, sorry, I hit my own phone. And then screw this piece to, not this piece. This fairing piece just sits on top of the ergonomics. The ergonomic system over here covers these holes. I like these holes covered up because without them covered, I was having wind vortex issues. With the wind going through the holes on the side here, it was giving me lots and lots of issues. So with it covered up, I no longer have those issues. So I love that. That ergonomic piece that fits over there is going to screw into these two. So you have this piece on, you have this piece on, these two snap together. Then lastly, I would do the tail. These two pieces are actually getting screwed together. This screw over here, it might not be apparent, but there is a stock screw underneath. You need to remove that screw first. A lot of people are saying, I can't screw this in, it won't go in, da, 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 da. It's because there is a stock screw already in there. Take that screw out. That'll leave you a hole, and then this one will go in, and it should go in easy. So there is that. Make sure that this is in the right orientation. There is a little something marked in there with right and left to let you know that if it should be on the right side or the left side. So this goes in, these two pieces, what am I pointing at? These two pieces screw in together. You'll have all of these little square nuts, and you will have bigger ones and smaller ones. Just pay attention. You'll have bigger square holes and smaller square holes. Do not try to force anything. Smaller square holes will be the M4 square nuts. Bigger square holes will be for the M5 square nuts. So don't try to force anything and all that. Basically, this whole system is like, do not try to force anything. If it is not fitting together right, it means that something is not quite put in, like a tab is not quite put in or something like that. I have learned putting this system, taking it off, putting it on a couple times now, is that when in doubt, first check to see what you have missed, because the Grizzla system is made with such precision that it probably isn't the Grizzla system that's the problem. So there is that. It is just really, really well done. I mean, big kudos to them. The Clark system, I did have we have lots of people that have the Clark system as well. And that is also a really nice system. Gives your wheel totally different look. So I love that. I love that the Clark system gives a look. Grizzla systems gives your wheel a look. I do like the Clark system. The head's a little bit smaller, but I mean, this is a lot of protection. So there is that. I don't know. It's all personal preference, just like your pads are all personal preference. But both of the systems, I mean, kudos to both of them. They are really nice, and they just keep getting better with each wheel. So there you go. Thanks for joining me today. I hope that helps. Oh, the very last thing to go on is your seat, and that is going to pop in. There are tabs. Actually, let's see if I can pop this. Oh my gosh, it's so secure. Why are you so secure? Oh, here we go. Yeah, those are not even in. There we go. So this is how everything like pops together. Those are your tabs that are gonna perfectly go in there. And then I wonder if I'm missing a nut in those holes. I will have to take a look. But yep, then the two screws go on top. And this is how it looks without any seat on it. And this is what I'm kind of talking about how it cups your butt. It literally cups your butt when you don't, and This is, I don't know, it's comfy and it's a wide seat now. With this, it's a nice wide seat. This is a previous injury that has been mended, so don't worry about that. Remember, this was one of my ones at 55 mile an hour over torque crash. Anyways, but it looks so much nicer with this. So when you're putting this on, remember that this is foam and it squishes in. So shove these tabs in. Make sure to not just force it and break these tabs. Squeeze and compress this foam underneath, and then it should slide right on. So there you go. Any questions, let me know. I recommend these systems. These guys are awesome and great. Oh, another mention. Let's see. If you are the type to like the handles up top, I don't know. I didn't show it on my last video. On one of our last rides, one of the guys had a barbecue handle. Barbecue, I don't know. He said it was called a barbecue handle. But it's a guy, no, I'm not going to say things that are wrong, but definitely barbecue handle. And it actually was really nice. So you can take a look at that. I am probably maybe going to go with a strap option, but I don't know. This has been okay for me. All right. I know it takes me forever to say goodbye. Thanks for watching. Thanks for joining me today, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.